So it looks like the cast of The Real Housewives of Potomac and some Bravo celebrities are reacting to the arrest of Dr. Wendy Osefo and Eddie Osefo for insurance fraud, including Dr. Wendy Osefo's castmate, Ashley Darby, saying, "We're creating melodies and not catching felonies."
Hell no. Here we go now.
Guys, welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So, as you know, we've been following this Dr. Wendy Osefo and Eddie Osefo arrest story for the last, 48 hours? And there have not been any new developments. We already reported to you that Wendy and Eddie have released a statement in regards to this. There was also a press conference from the police department and the DA. Now there are some people reacting, including Bravo celebrities. So first off, the first former castmate of Real Housewives of Potomac that reacted to this was Mia Thornton when on the reality rundowns live. She was asked about what's been going on with Wendy, and this is what she said.
She just messaged me a couple days ago. You know, she's one of the the only ones who is like, you know, I'm so proud. You know, what she said was, God has you covered, right? So I need a second because
I get it.
I opened my phone. I had no idea it was even going on, and I'm like, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm very, very shocked because I felt Miss 4 Degrees had it together. Okay? I thought she had it together. I mean, isn't Eddie an attorney, for heaven's sakes? Like, what the fuck? Excuse my language. Can I not?
I don't know how you, in the same breath, say that this is the only castmate that's reached out to you and said God that has you covered, and that's your reaction. You're laughing, smiling, and then being sarcastic. Look, you know I have never been a huge fan of Dr. Wendy. I give her kudos when necessary. I thought she had a good season last season. But I'm not going to kick someone while they're down, especially if that someone has been supportive recently of me. I'm saying this because there's more. Before we even get to Ashley Darby and what she had to say, and we had the exclusive letting you know that cameras are now back up, and the cameras went back up that night on Friday night at Ashley Darby's singing event. But we'll get to that. She's not the only Bravo celebrity or Real Housewife that's reacting. This week's episode, tonight's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, we're going to meet Karen Huger's best friend. We've seen her before in other scenes. Cookie reacted to a picture of Nneka. Nneka was on vacation. You remember Nneka? Nneka was a one-season wonder. She ended up not coming back. We will get into that, okay? Because there are a few people under this post that are taking shots at Dr. Wendy Osefo. So, shout out to our friends over at the Bravo Shade Room. So you see Cookie, Karen's best friend, say, and all her jewelry is accounted for. My Nneka boo. Again, I don't know any relationship between Cookie and Wendy, but why was that necessary? What exactly happened between you and Wendy? Again, I'm sure there's more stories. I've told you exclusively before when we were covering the Brooke Ashley story. I've heard things about Dr. Wendy behind the scenes that people do not necessarily like her. But with that being said, there's a difference between people not liking her or not having a good relationship with her versus kicking someone while they're down when facing a huge legal situation and they have young children. And you also know a lot of people feel as if the reason why Nneka did not come back was because of Dr. Wendy. Let me just tell you guys something. Dr. Wendy doesn't hold that much power. Yes, the situation with Wendy and Nneka really made fans not like Nneka. Let's be honest. But Nneka, let me hold your hand because I know you're probably happy about the support that you're receiving and you're probably happy about this arrest, but at least you had the class enough not to go on social media and celebrate this downfall. She's the only, like, I have to give her respect that she didn't go on social media. But let me hold your hand, Nneka, and I say this with love. That is not the only reason Bravo decided not to bring you back. Please understand. That is not the only reason. First of all, Wendy and none of these housewives have the power to hire or fire anyone. Ask Giselle. That's why Giselle is getting along with Wendy this season and last season. They don't like each other. Point blank period. We've been saying that it's very obvious. Even Stevie Wonder could see this. They don't like each other. The only reason why they're getting along is because the network said you need to get along or you're not coming back. That's for both of them. I'll say allegedly. But Nneka, let me hold your hand, girl. It's not because of Wendy. Yes, that might have played an element, but that wasn't the only reason Bravo decided not to bring you back. I will leave the other reasons for self-explanatory comments. That was not the only reason. But Cookie wasn't the only one in the comment section, as you can see here. The real sweet tea decided to weigh in with a paragraph. Sweet, it's like the Rejects United in the comment section. Because Anna Marie also commented. It's like everybody wanted to get their dig in. So Sweet Tea says, "You're proof that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. They tried to dim the light, but God had other plans. Keep living beautifully, sis. My turn coming soon." Sweet Tea. Now, girl, hashtag grace over gossip, hashtag surviving, hashtag thriving, love you, boo. Girl. My thing is, you guys can go in the comment section like, girl, you look amazing. Keep shining. There's no reason to be taking digs. Nneka's situation was not solely because of Wendy. Anna Marie, another fired housewife, says, when you actually live the lifestyle. Okay, and then she says, vindication is so beautiful. She replies to All About the Tea. Anna Marie, really, girl? Another fired Married to Medicine star, Dr. Alicia, says, that's my girl, living her truth and looking gorgeous doing it. Look, I am not, as I said before, and I hate to have to do this disclaimer, I've not been a huge fan of Dr. Wendy, but I'm going to give her grace. Very much like what Miss Esquire, who called in when we covered this breaking story, and she said, I'm going to take this from the defense attorney perspective. What the police are presenting are allegations. Yes, those allegations are pretty damning, okay? They're pretty damning, but these are just allegations. The same level of grace at the very beginning that we were trying to give Karen Huger. The same grace, because some of y'all want to rewrite history, because we did a short form video talking about this. Some of you want to rewrite history that Dr. Wendy was not gracious to Karen. Please go back and watch the season. She was more gracious to Karen than anyone else in this cast, including people that have known Karen a lot longer. Giselle. Yes, now all of a sudden Giselle is gracious, but even still taking little shady digs at Karen. Wendy was more than gracious to Karen. Even at the end, it wasn't until the reunion where Wendy was just like, oh, she didn't even say thank you to me, say nothing to me. No. She was more than gracious. She did not kick Karen while she was down when there was lots of evidence against Karen. And then we had video footage of Karen's DUI arrest. Let's not compare the two. When you see Cookie in the comment section trying to hype up Nneka against Wendy, Wendy was very gracious to your best friend when she really didn't have to be for your best friend's 4th DUI. And could have taken someone's life. But that wasn't it. We also had Ashley Darby. As I said to you before, the cameras are back up over there at the Real Housewives of Potomac. And they filmed at Ashley's singing event. Giselle was there. Kiarna was there. I'm sure Kiarna is happy about this, but I will have to give them credit. Giselle hasn't gone to social media. Kiarna hasn't gone to social media. But I know Kiarna, based off the edit, is making her look crazy, like she's reaching to have some sort of problem with Wendy. So I know she's probably starting to feel like, oh, I'm vindicated. Well, maybe. We shall see how the season goes. I'm going to keep an open mind. But this is what Ashley had to say at her event.
Felonies, if you know what I mean. I'm just out there. In case there was some confusion, that's what we're doing around here, okay? That's it. That's what we're doing. Just making melodies, okay? All right. That was just...
Someone said in the comment section of one of these posts, she was like, those melodies are felonies. Girl, I've seen more clips from her performance. Ashley, please stop trying to sing. Please. You're not a good singer. You're not even a least bit good singer. Again, like they've been saying, those melodies are felonies. And as Stacey said, you busy Googling me when you need to be Googling a voice coach. Period. Don't pray for me. And this is what we told you, Stacey, because Stacey, I know you're going to watch this video. This is what we were telling you. Ashley is friend to no one. Do not trust Ashley. Again, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, and maybe Wendy has been terrible to them. But she has not been terrible to them on a public platform and celebrate their downfalls. And I know some people are like, well, she's reacted this way to when Gullum did this or that. That is part of their job. That is part of their job, reacting. Ashley has done the same. But Ashley has a thing about her that she will kick you when you're down. And I'm not surprised at this behavior. I'm actually surprised a little bit in regards to, like, this is a serious matter. They were really arrested. They really have young children. Both of them could be going to jail. So you would think as a mother, you would give some grace. And if you're going to have any sort of commentary, you're going to do it for the cameras, not for this public audience. And making snide remarks like this, it's just gross to me. There's just something very icky about this. And as I said before, what Wendy did, if she did it, again, these are allegations, if she did it, is wrong. It's disgusting. Especially when I think about the element of, did they tell the children that there was a burglary and there wasn't a burglary? Like, all of that is wrong. But at the same time, I just feel like everyone's reaction to kick her while she's down, it's icky to me. It's very icky to me. And then you're making jokes about it. It's not even like you're saying, like, you know what? We knew about it. We knew, because I find that to be interesting. Like, you knew, what exactly did you know? Because now the investigators can come knocking on your door. What exactly did you know? Did you know that she was keeping up with the Joneses, that her life wasn't as fabulous as it was? Well, word on the street. Some of you called in and said this too, but then I heard from sources as well over the weekend that her renovating this home and spending all this money into the home didn't make logical sense for that area because she was not going to get the return. Someone called in and said that, and then I heard from a source someone else say that too. So I was just like, okay. We're going to continue to watch this play out. I implore some of the other cast members and the other Bravo celebrities that are going to comment on this, give a little grace. Give a little grace, because it is becoming to a point where, like, she's going to have to suffer the consequences if convicted on these charges, and that's going to be bad enough, depending on what happens with that. Let's not kick her while she's down. Let's not do that, y'all. Especially those of you that are actual mothers and you have young children. But I think this is quite revealing. They do say when you're in your darkest hour, you know who your real friends are. And did I think that any of these women on this cast were her real friends? No. But some of these other Bravo celebrities that are commenting, that may have been her friends, or acted like they were her friends, or maybe they never were friends. I don't know. But it is quite telling. Guys, as always, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. As always, let's continue this conversation there. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Here we go now.